barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Man, what a last 7 days, man. 8 days covering boxing, man. Great time, man. Had a great time, splendid time. You know, Blue Blood and I were just talking. He covered this fight too. 3 states in 8 days. You know, Dallas, LA, and Baltimore covering fights. You know, make sure y'all go give Blue Blood a shout out. Tell him thank you. You know, it's just incredible that you know, and we're not the only two, but I think it's important that we put this in perspective. Damn. You know what I mean? Shit. It's been intense. It's been fun. Great week. Great 8 days of boxing. Hopefully the content was to y'all likings, and it was good times, man. And I want to talk about Lamont Peterson for a moment. You know, I don't have to list down his fights, man. You can go to BoxRec, YouTube the fights, but just overall his career. He says he's retiring, and he's had a hell of a career. He's had a hell of a career. I've never seen Lamont Peterson in a fight that I couldn't rewatch, especially his last 10 fights. You know, he's just, he's a humble servant, soft-spoken giant. You know, came in at 145 when he's supposed to come in at 147. He's always been that guy. He's always set the pace, set the tone in terms of how to and when to and where to work out. He and Barry Hunter, you know, needless to say, without one, you'll never have the other. You know, they're attached at the hip. Their love for each other is extremely infectious. You know, it's kind of like, you know, like when I was a kid, Emmanuel Stewart, Lennox Lewis, you know, he was on HBO a lot, so we grew accustomed to that. Well, I did. Some of you guys are older than me. Now, seeing Richardson, Bernard Hopkins, you know, when I was younger, Jack and Shane, you know, Roy and Roy, you know, but it's funny how I always make mention of Nassim Richardson's Kufi, you know, like y'all can relate too. It stains your like mental, emotional, spiritual psyche in boxing, and Barry Hunter and Lamont Peterson was that, you know. The last years they went to the purple, and Headbanger started making some noise, pun intended, no pun intended, and just been an exceptional ride with Lamont, you know. You know, and I was telling Blue Blood, the irony about, or the sad thing about Lamont Peterson is when he retires, he's done. He's done with boxing. You know, he's never been a guy that I can remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's never been the guy to travel for fights, go to fights because it's an event, go to a fight because it's a big fight, you know. And I believe men like him create men like him, you know. And I think he's important to, from what I know about him. Some of you guys may know him better. I don't know him outside of interviewing him and watching the excerpts that they do on him and covering him the past couple of years. He's just been a man's man, a quiet man's man that gets the job done. And I think men like him are important for men that we are grooming. I mean, for men like me who consider themselves a grown-ass man. Just seeing him come in 1.5 pounds underweight at 147. Who does that? No fighter comes in 1.5 pounds underweight, you know, especially when they're not moving up. When they're if they're coming up a division, you know, some may say Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, you know, those are anomalies these days, you know. But this video is just to pay homage to Lamont Peterson, you know, and thank you for a hell of a career, man. There's nothing you can say bad about Lamont Peterson. You can say maybe you didn't like his style. Maybe he should have won this fight. But you can never, ever criticize him for lack of preparation. You may want to criticize him. Most notably, people say he had the wrong game plan against Errol Spence. You know? But he's always come to fight. You know? And it's been awesome. It's been a hell of a ride. And he says retiring. So on that note, just want to say thank you. We honor you. Salute you. And I'll tell you what happened. I didn't get a chance to interview Sergey Lipinets for this fight leading up, but I had a chance to interview Lamont Peterson yesterday, right? You guys probably saw it, 3 to 5 minutes, however long it was. And the sense I got from him was a very calm man, you know, and that could be a synonym for a multitude of adjectives to describe him, you know. And I don't know what it was to describe him. I didn't know in that moment, right? And I had Lamont Peterson winning this fight up until the fight began. And Sergey Lipinets was coming out. If I was in Vegas, for real, if I was at the MGM, I was at the MGM here, but I was at the MGM in Las Vegas, I would have ran to the sports book and put a bet in. Ran as fast as I could. I would have been like O.J. Simpson in the airport. You know what I mean? Remember that commercial? Hertz commercial? For real, because I was telling Blue Blood what I saw out of Sergey Lipinets when he was walking to the ring was eagerness. And that's what I didn't sense out of Lamont Peterson when I interviewed him. I didn't know it because I told everyone. Everyone asked me, who am I picking in this fight? And I got about 10 to 15 DMs. No need to screenshot. I don't lie to y'all. And I said, I don't know. I need to see these guys weigh in. I really need to see these guys weigh. I have no idea who's winning. And when I saw them weigh in, I picked Lamont Peterson, you know. But I didn't know he was lacking eagerness until I saw Sergey Lipinets walking to the ring. And I sensed he had a level of eagerness that was greater than Lamont Peterson. I can't say Lamont Peterson didn't have eagerness, but it was just greater. And just his stride, just how his je ne sais quoi, just him in itself. I sensed that he was anxious for this fight, wanting to reprove or prove himself, to the boxing public, new coach, new trainer. You know, he's training at 10 Goose Boxing Gym now, you know, and it was just something. I don't know what it is. But when I saw him come out of that dressing room, I was like, he's going to win. I don't know how I did it, how I predicted it. I have no idea. But I salute him. Congratulations to Sergey Lipinets. I know much of the press will be talking about Lamont Peterson because he doesn't have history with boxing fans as much as a Sergey Lipinets. I think he has under 15 fights or something like that and doesn't speak English, so he doesn't physically or spiritually resonate with the macro boxing community. So, but I'll be remiss if I didn't acknowledge him. He took about 40 body shots that were hellacious. I mean, they were so hellacious that people in the last row, in the highest level in that arena, squinted and said, ah, he threw up in the corner one round. Blue Blood pointed that out. We were sitting next to each other. Threw up. He's going to be pissing blood for about 30 days, between 20 and 30 days. He's going to be in bed probably for like 10 days. Tomorrow when he wakes up, he's going to feel like his body's been getting tenderized with that hammer for like the past 48 hours, you know, with in addition to internal pain. You know what I mean? He's going to be tender, but he went through hell. He literally, that's one of the few fights where you can say that man went through hell to win that fight. And he went through hell times 2 to win this fight. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Sergey. I got the words. Congratulations to Sergey Lipinets, and thank you to Lamont Peterson. And now we sit and wait what Anthony Peterson is going to do. Anthony, you better get in and get a fight. You know, 140. I like you and Maurice Hooker. You know, I don't know if you're the mandatory or where you're at. But I like you versus Maurice Hooker. You know, in a 12-round fight, you've kind of faded the night. Barry Hunter, I'm sure, will correct all that stuff. But got to get stronger down the last quote-unquote championship rounds. I know it was only a 10-round fight. Save the comments. And but thank you, man. This week was a clean. It was obviously ran well. TGB Promotions put on another hell of an event. It was ran well. I'm gonna start interviewing. They run for me when I put the camera on them. So Brittany and TGB does a hell of a job that I can think of. You know, no hiccups, smoothly run. Everyone was overly accessible. You know, it was an easy fight to cover. You know, and I had a great time. So about to go home. I get home just in time to see my son off to school, man. And I'm sitting, it's 3:30. I'm about to head off now. My flight leaves at 6. So I'm about to head off and turn the car in and do that. But I just wanted to say thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for fucking with me. I say it all the time, but I genuinely mean it. I say it all the time, and I genuinely mean it. We got some fun coming up. We got a lot of commentary videos coming up because it's not many fights coming up. I don't know. I got to check the boxing schedule, but Lomachenko, April 12th. Danny Garcia, April 20th. April 27th. I think Rances Bartholomew versus Robert Easter. That may get penciled in. I'm uncertain of that. I'm uncertain what's going to happen with Gary Russell. I don't know if they're going to push him to Jared Hurd's undercard. I don't know. They got to fill up that stadium, 10,000 people. So maybe they go with Jared Hurd and the Russell family to fill it, to fill that in. I have no idea what they're going to do. But April 27th, there's a tentative date for that. Don't have the location yet. I believe it's Easter versus Bartholomew. Should be fun. But I just wanted to overall to say thank you. Another great week. 3 states and 3 states in 8 days. You know, so thank you. I'm not doing this video reaching out for compliments. I also want to do this video and say this, what I just said, just so y'all can understand, because sometimes we don't look at things in its totality, you know, and me too. Like, I don't see things in its totality sometimes, and I may miss something. So no matter what your favorite channel is, you know, they were at the same fights I was at, honor them, tell them thank you, you know. Even if you hate them, you still got to tell him thank you, because he's giving you content to help you through your work day, to help you through the quiet moments of your day where you get, you know what I mean, whoever you watch, you know, just, you know, put a comment and tell them thank you. Show some gratitude and appreciation sometime, you know. You know, and another thing too, I want to tell these fighters this, because I'm getting, you guys can hear it in my voice. I can feel the beginning stages of like getting a cold or something like that. Fighters, stop shaking people's hands the week of the fight. I don't know how weak your immune system is, but I know you're cutting weight and you're touching people, you're shaking hands. Wear gloves. Wear medical gloves or whatever the case may be, because you can't be carrying 300 people's germs all day. You understand? And I know it's fight week. You have to promote the fight, but protect yourself. You know what I mean? Wear long sleeves if you can, with gloves, medical gloves on. I don't know. But the reason why I say that is because I haven't shaken nearly a minute percentage. But I know, because I've been around a lot of people, I can feel my immune system between the airplanes, between meeting a lot of people at the fights. My immune system has gotten a little bit weaker, and I feel it. And so fighters, when you're cutting weight, understand that keep yourself from touching people and people touching you. I know people want to take pictures and all that, but that should be a universal rule from this point forth. Week of the fight, like, I never shake. If you guys don't know, I mean, fighters will tell you, but I don't shake fighters' hands really. I always give them knuckles, man. If I want to tie, I give them knuckles, you know, and just especially fight week, because I don't, if I shake their hand, I don't want to bruise their knuckle. You know, I'm funny like that. You guys might have heard me say that before, but anyways, man, I'm about to go turn this car and go fill the gas tank up. Modern technology, isn't it amazing? In 5-6 hours, I'm going to be in Los Angeles, California. Amazing, man. I get to see my son. I can't wait to see my son. Man, can't wait to see my daughter, man. So, I'm excited. I'm literally excited. You know, I've been gone. What? Let's see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 9 of the last 14 days I've been. Boxing has removed me from my children's life, and I feel it, you know. So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. I'll be home all of April. I may go to Minneapolis since I don't have no travel schedule. There's a small chance I may go to Minneapolis to the Caleb Truatt fight. Depends on. No, I'm not, because Lomachenko. Well, I'm uncertain if I gotta wait and see if I get a credential for Lomachenko. You know, we'll see. You know, so, but anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. I genuinely thank you. I appreciate you guys. And tell your favorite channel thank you. Because if I'm going through it as a one-man band, I know they are too. You know what I mean? They on their travel thing. They probably driving up and down the 95 right now like Boo Bud is doing. Hopping on red-eye planes like I'm about to do. You know, I was away from my family 9 of the last 14 days. I just realized it just now. I'm not asking for your sympathy or your empathy. But staying and remaining in a state of gratitude will only enhance your life. That's it. And all we want to do is enhance our life, whether it's running to the gym, getting in shape, reading your spiritual publications, your Bibles, your, you know, you know, so your Torah, whatever the case may be. So your yoga, you know what I mean, whatever, your Bikram yoga, whatever it is, man, I just want to say thank you. I honor y'all, and it's on and popping. Let me go turn this car. Barbershop conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, and talk to you guys soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you.